Hello, Scorpio. Welcome to Dove and Serpent Tarot. My name is Paul. If Scorpio is your sun, moon, or rising sign, this is your reading. Please hit the like button, leave a comment. Consider subscribing to the channel, especially if this reading resonates with you. It's totally free. It doesn't cost you anything. All right. And if there is anything you would like me to pray over, or meditate upon, or send positive energy toward, please let me know. Okay? Now, this is going to be a general reading, so try to be open and receptive to whatever may come through during our time together. I am merely the messenger, and I ask you to connect directly with each of these cards and use your own intuition to take you beyond the details that I might provide. And remember, Scorpio, that the most important part of any tarot reading is you. And we start the reading with the Hermit energy. This is interesting. Now, I kind of feel like we had the Hermit last time for you, and I don't quite remember. But I feel like there's either, there has been or there currently is a bit of a withdrawal from you, right? I feel like there's been a focus on the internal work. And this really could be a couple of things. We'll get into some of the possibilities once we put it into some context. Okay, I wonder if maybe we've been trying to fortify ourselves against negative energy. And that doesn't necessarily mean that we've been sequestered or secluded from the world, but that we're learning ways to protect ourselves from that kind of energy, even when we're out in Ten of Pentacles, even when we're out in the world, right? 7, yeah. Oh, 9 of Cups. And look at that, Lust, Strength card, Universe, Queen of Wands. A lot of fire today. And then we see that fire being tempered. And we've got 2 of Pentacles, maybe some traveling involved here. We see a lot of water energy just kind of right here in this 9, right? It's kind of as if you are trying to take this love energy and trying to bring it to your daily life, bring it with you into the world. Maybe this has something to do with, like, the holidays coming up, or there's a lot of events, a lot of gatherings, a lot of demands on you socially. Okay, well, let's select the mystery card, bonus card, confirmation card. And this is one random card from the Smith-Waite Tarot. We're just going to set it down right here. We'll put Mr. Ed right there on top. All right. And we're not going to look at that card until the very end, but it will tie everything together and it will give us the confirmation that we need. Okay. If at any point during the reading you feel like you know what that card is, I want you to put your prediction in the comments below. Let's do it together. Let's make it a group exercise in intuition. Okay. I think it'll be fun. All right, let's take a look around the room here. We've got major, a good amount of major arcana. We've got a lot of fire here. We've got not a lot of water, but the water we have is really freaking good. The 9 of Cups. We can't really get much better than that, if I'm honest with you. What we don't have is the air energy. Okay, and that might be a good thing. Right, that might be that we're trying to focus on, like, love and abundance. We're not trying to quarrel. We're not trying to fight. There's some fight to be had. There's some struggle and there's some challenges for you, but I don't feel like there's a lot of arguing. You know what I mean? And then, of course, we have our nice earth energies here. But let's start with this Hermit. I feel like you've been in perhaps a little bit of a hermit mode, focused on the interior work. Maybe really this is the time before all of these holiday gatherings where you try to prepare yourself for what's perhaps a difficult experience for you, right? We got this 5 of Wands. It is in the position of the environment. So it could be that we're expecting challenges. We're expecting there to be conflict, right, in our lives. But what I'm kind of sensing is that if we go into this situation prepared for battle, right, all this fire energy, expecting a fight, I think we're going to be pleasantly surprised. But I think that especially what this universe card is saying, that if we go into these situations expecting a fight, we're going to get one. If you are transforming yourself into a hammer, everywhere you go, you're going to see nails, right? So I think that we have to try to rather than bring this fire, we have to maybe transform the fire, transmute the fire with the Art or Temperance card, and allow the love and abundance to flow through us rather than any kind of conflict-oriented energy. Okay? Now, what we can do with some of this fiery energy is transmute it into strength, magic, creativity, and let's figure out how we're going to manifest this love and abundance, right? The happiness, the happy life, the wealth, right? This is living a life that is pleasurable and happy, blissful, doing what you love, enjoying what you're doing, right? It's not necessarily, the Nine of Cups is by far my favorite card. But it doesn't represent finding something that you love to do, right? Or finding someone that you love, or finding an object, or finding a relationship, or some sort of a tangible thing. Right? It's more of an abstract noun that we're finding rather than a concrete noun, you know? This is not the state of finding your happiness. It's a state of living that happiness. I always say it's the happiness that keeps on happening. It's the dream that keeps on dreaming, right? So this is finding joy and bliss and satisfaction and meaning and value and a richness in everything that we do, right? That is the judge of whether something is of value to us. 10, right? 10 of Pentacles, value, wealth. And so we can kind of gauge something. And this doesn't mean that you're not doing anything that's ever difficult. That's not what I mean. We see, on the contrary, all this fire energy. You're okay doing difficult things. Right? You don't shy away from a challenge, because even the challenges, even the ups and downs, Two of Pentacles, even the fluctuations of life, have this underlying purpose and meaning to them for you. You know, nobody likes cleaning the bathroom, let's say, but we do it because we know there's value in that, right? Because it's something that does ultimately, just a random example, it's something that does contribute to our enjoyment of life. We may not enjoy doing it, but in some sense we do, because there's that underlying awareness of the purpose and the meaning and the value of it, right? So it's helping to generate our happiness. Something that kind of gross, right? Cleaning the toilet. One of my spiritual mentors used to always say that he used different terms, but using the restroom could be one of the most, spiritual experiences you could ever have. And the point is that we can find spirituality and bliss and happiness and joy and a deeper significance. That's important. The richness of life can be found in everything, even those things that seem very trivial or that we're naturally averse to. So this is an underlying love that's permeating your life. Permeating it. And back to the Hermit, which is where we should have stayed. The Hermit is, I think, this is you maybe literally sequestering yourself from social engagements. Maybe taking a break from the social stuff to prepare for the big events that you're going to have to go to, right? Family gatherings, celebrations, maybe there's some sort of company thing that you have to go to, whatever the kind of end-of-year stuff is that people do. There's some preparation for that. And this is a way for you to connect with that love and abundance inside of you. And basically says, even though you're going to go do this thing, you don't really want to do it, there's an underlying significance to it. There's an underlying meaning. If anything, it's an opportunity for you to spread the love and participate in the abundance. Maybe it's the company holiday party. Maybe it's a family gathering. Maybe it's just you and some friends. Maybe it's you by yourself. Maybe you just got your pets, your plants, you know. But it's a way to kind of celebrate the abundance and the love that is around you. Now, there's more than one interpretation of all of these cards. Okay. I feel like you had to travel within in order to find the source of your love and joy and pleasure and satisfaction. Not necessarily finding that one job that you're supposed to do, or finding the one purpose or meaning in your life. I think this is finding meaning in life in a more general way. Okay. And I think that the full moon, which is on Monday, it is in Gemini, I think it's really illuminating this kind of thing for a lot of people. A lot of my readings have had this kind of just a surge of this water energy. So I feel as if it's giving you this increased awareness of that underlying meaning and joy and richness of your life. Okay, kind of finding the significance of things for you. And that, I feel, is allowing you to kind of shift your focus more externally, right? Kind of doing a reverse hermit dance here, and manifesting your best life. This is wealth. This is kind of, this is a card that says, if you're following your bliss, if you're doing what makes you happy, the abundance, the wealth will come. Okay? And when we say wealth, we don't just mean money. It could be money. For a lot of us, yes, it's money. We all need it. Kind of makes the world go round, right? To a greater or lesser extent, we all need to have some sort of material resources in order to sustain ourselves and to pursue those higher goals. So I think that is flowing into your life as well as anything else that may be on this list for you. So I like to ask, when I get the Ten of Pentacles, what does wealth mean to you? I'd like you to put some suggestions in the comments. What does the picture of your best life look like? What things do you value? This is a card that asks us to reevaluate what wealth means to us. Right? And especially when we're coming from this place of bliss and love and joy, these priorities might be changing for you. But I think that this full moon is really illuminating this thing for us. And I think a lot of us are kind of waking up to what our true desires are. What kind of life does have that kind of value for us? Yeah. Right now is a special time for you, especially with this lust or strength card. This is at the top of the path of the dove. This is your ability right now to really, if you know what you want, it's kind of like, well, it's like the star card, which is our patron card for this energetic cycle of readings. It's like the star card. And this energy, the lust or strength energy, can reach up into the sky and pull that star down. An act of magic, an act of manifestation. You are attracting these things to you. You are, and not in a passive or magnetic way, like, but in an active, fiery kind of way. Especially when we get to the five of wands. But this is the card that says you're going out and you're getting what you desire. You're building the life that you want. And right now is that opportunity for you to have the clarity, that full moon clarity, which is illuminating our interior life. To know what it is you want. And to have that kind of magical opportunity to manifest it. This is the 9 and the 10 here. These are really good. A lot of love and a lot of abundance are flowing in your life right now. Flowing in your life. And in the future here, we have that world or universe card. This is saying that, look, the window is closing on this full moon. It doesn't mean that the window is closing for this love and abundance, but it does mean that we have to take action and we can't really, as my wife would say, we can't dilly-dally. We've got to take advantage now. We have to activate this fire energy in the appropriate way to manifest this 9 and a 10. Right? And the 9 and the 10 really is the process of manifestation, going from a 9, right, which is a function, it's an active number, right, it's an odd number, so it's the process, and then this is the structure, this is the result of that process. It's a bunch of coins, right? It's the manifestation, it's the visible sign of that wealth. It's having that wealth in your hand that you can touch, right, whether it is something concrete or abstract. But the universe or world card is saying that it is a matter of time. It is something that we have to do, and we have to maybe figure out a plan, figure out a kind of order of how to do things. Now, we don't have the air energy, so I don't think there's a lot of internal debate. There's no conflict inside of you. And there's really, we do have this 5 of Wands, but there's no argument outside either. I feel like right now is a great time to be creative, to network, to make plans, right? To perhaps with the universe card, to finish some plans. There are things that you have started that need finishing. We've got that 7 of Wands down beneath everything. This is the opportunity, I think, with the full moon to finish some things that we've started, but we have sort of put aside for a while, okay? And these might be things that we have to wrap up in order to continue with our 9 and 10 kind of flow here. Or they could be things directly related to that 9 or 10 that we've kind of put aside. But now with this full moon, I think we're getting this kind of influx of spiritual psychic energy that's showing us kind of right in our inner vision, showing us what we really want, showing us almost what our life will be or could be. So I think we're going to be picking these things back up and pursuing them. Could be a passion, a hobby, an interest that you started but kind of put down, right? Life got in the way kind of thing. Because I feel like there are challenges with this, and now is the time to revisit these challenges, okay? Revisit these challenges, whatever they may be. This, again, talking about completing these things, right? This is having the poster of your best life kind of on your wall, right? Like when you're a kid. Things that you aspire to. Have a reminder of what kind of life you want. Now, maybe this is going to be in the form of a talisman, an amulet, a picture, a description. Write it on a piece of paper. Maybe it's a crystal or a stone or a mineral. Maybe it's one tarot card. Whatever that object might be, as a reminder, right, of what you're after. A reminder of the love and abundance that you are manifesting. So the world or universe card is a card of completion. Yeah. It's, and especially with this full moon, it says that things are really coming to a head. Things are culminating. And this is the moment to try to put that extra effort into some of these unfinished things. Whether it's an unfinished conversation, maybe that's why there's no air. Could be an unfinished conversation. It could be some unfinished business, an unfinished project, or some sort of proposal, right? Something that is meant to lead to your best life, but we haven't yet kind of finished the paperwork on it, It's time to wrap those things up because they have major importance for you right now. It's kind of... It's a matter of your destiny, I think, because this isn't just like a 4 of Pentacles. It's not a 4 of Wands even. This is the entire universe, the entire world. I think that some of this unfinished stuff has cosmic implications for you, spiritual implications for you, far-reaching consequences, and we need to get them wrapped up, right? Now's the time to do it. So that kind of leads a little bit back to the Hermit to say maybe as we're approaching this full moon, you have been working internally at home, kind of taking a break from the social stuff to finish some of this stuff up. And maybe it all is going to be wrapped up kind of, on Monday or so, or maybe that's kind of the grand finale. That's when everything kind of comes to a head. Well, let's see what else we've got going on. Let's go to the path of the serpent. And as I do this, I'd like to ask for your subscription. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do. It's totally free. It doesn't cost you anything. All right. And send some comments to me. I love reading the comments. That's my favorite part of doing all of this, is hearing from all of you. All right. I appreciate you all. Okay, so the Queen of Wands, we kind of talked about this a little bit, and this is the idea that we're going back into the world expecting a challenge, expecting things to be rough, maybe expecting opposition, right? Seven of Wands feels like the odds are stacked against us. Feels like it's kind of us against the group, us against the family. It's me against the world, you know? And that really gives us this a certain type of vibe going into the world, you know? And I think we need to flip this around. I think that this is water of fire, right? Water of fire. I think we need to flip it around and put the water on the outside, right? Put that love and abundance on the outside so that we're connecting with people. I think especially during the full moon. I think everybody is receiving an influx of this psychic spiritual energy. Everybody is having this inner illumination, and not everybody really knows how to deal with that. Not everybody is fortified for that sort of activity, right? Or can make sense of it. So I think that's why during the full moon there's an increase in crime and violent crime and all this, you know, kind of terrible stuff. An increase of strife, right? Fighting. Because it's that psychic spiritual energy that is now it's kind of wide open. You know, the port is it's wide open. It's full throttle. And I think it's difficult for people to deal with. And I think it's good for you to be prepared for that and to be fortified against that, because we don't want to bring in a bunch of swords, right? We don't want all these conflicts with people. And this is a time, I think, where conversations can go wrong, where our intention can be misunderstood. Communication is difficult. Intellectual, I think, swords communication is difficult. People are going to take it personally, right? People are going to take things the wrong way, right? So I think you are fortified against that. At the same time, we need to, maybe, like I said, flip this around. Let's put the fire on the inside. We're protected. We know what's going on. We're aware. But outside, we're going to be love. Right? You've got all this love and abundance coming into your life. Let's let it flow, right? We got the Art or Temperance card too, which says maybe we should flip things around. Maybe we need to have a little bit of balance. Not approach the world with such I kind of get like a standoffish feeling right now. And that sometimes happens when we spend some time in hermit mode. It takes a minute to readjust to the world, you know. But there is all of this water and this earth that is flowing through you. It's flowing into your life. I think this is really, this is a big portal that's opening for you. And it's a way to let all of this love and abundance, the water and the earth, flow through into your life. But with all the fire, let's not resist it, right? Let's not resist it. You may feel a little bit haywire from all of this lunar energy with this full moon, but put it to good use, right? Allow it to, don't resist it. You know, just let it be what it is, and I think you'll find that a lot of your goals and dreams and unfinished business is going to all come together and manifest for you. I really feel a strong surge of, especially this 10 of Pentacles. You might be working on something that's career, business, financially related. You're going to close the deal. You're going to make the sale, right? You're going to get the contract. You're going to get the job. You're going to get the settlement money. You're going to get the payment, whatever it is, right? It's coming. You've done the interior work. Now it's time to kind of wrap all these things up. And this is a perfect opportunity for this. We do see change coming. 2 of Pentacles. This is at the end of the path of the serpent. There might be some travel involved here. You might be traveling. Now, this could be local travel, just over to the relative's house or the in-laws' house, or going over to have the holidays with the kids, or traveling to the company party. But I think it's more than that. I think that this is, especially when we look at the World or Universe card, this could be cosmic travel. This could be intergalactic kind of travel for you. And what I mean is the limitations on you are being lifted. Okay? And when those limitations are lifted, we don't want to go wild and get ourselves in trouble with all this fire energy. We've got to temper it. We've got to be careful and slow and moderate with it. But I think that this is the opportunity, and you'll be coming to this awareness very soon, that you can do anything you want. That you have all of the love and all of the abundance that you can channel and manifest. You can do you can do anything you want, go anywhere you want. Yeah. I feel like the restrictions are being lifted here. Okay. And the Two of Pentacles is a very, very nice card to get at the end of the Path of the Dove, because it says at the end of the day, things that aren't so good are going to get better. Right? Things are going to find a balance. Things that may have been too extreme, like some of this fire energy, they're going to find a balance. Things are going to start flowing the other way for you. And I think it's that water and earth way, that love and abundance way, rather than the fight, the conflict. It's going to be flowing towards creativity, money, manifestation, right? Stable existence, stable relationships too. Again, no swords cards here at all. I think we should look at the mystery card though, and see maybe it'd be a sword. I don't know. If you think you know what that is, put your prediction down in the comments. Someone accused me in the comments yesterday that of stopping the tape so I can peek at the mystery card before revealing it. And I took offense to that, because I try to be as authentic as possible. I don't cut and edit my videos at all, right? I have a little button over here that I push to switch the cameras, but in no way am I stopping the flow of these readings, you know. So when I do guess this right or predict it or whatever it is that allows me to gauge this card, you're witnessing it in real time, essentially, you know. But what is it right now? I'm kind of thinking swords, you know. I'm kind of thinking swords, but I'm thinking good swords. I'm thinking either an ace of swords or like a six of swords. Well, let's see what it is. Well, it's the Lovers. So in a way, I'm right, because this is the card of Gemini. Gemini is air. Gemini is the idea that we can split things apart and put them back together, right? And I feel like that's a lot of what's going on here, but I feel like now's the time to put things back together. You know, now's the time to complete things. Now is the time to seal the deck, you know, to put the finishing coat on things. And this is also the card of family, right? Of deep love bonds, relationships with people. And this, I think, is going to be very important. And this might be another question for you. Are you looking to bring people together? Are you looking to bring your family and friends and everybody be together and kind of united? It doesn't have to be physically, but in spirit or emotionally. Or do you want everybody to kind of be moving apart, right? The Hermit kind of says that for a while there we did separate from people. We did maybe separate from family, you know. I can certainly relate to that. I've had times where I haven't talked to my family in a while, you know. It's hard. But now with this Lover's energy, it's the opportunity. All of this is the opportunity to bring things back together. Right? We're going to reverse that Hermit, do a little dance the other way. Bring love and abundance rather than the fire energy this way. But the Lover's card's also about choice, right? We choose, each of us, every day. We choose what we're manifesting. We choose to either bring things, people, pets, plants, right? Bring love and abundance together with others, or we choose to separate people. Now, right now, I'm all about bringing people together. That's why I do these readings, right? The channel is growing. There's more and more of you that watch, that comment, right? We get a lot of positive comments here. Even, we all are struggling in different ways, but we're all being so supportive. We're coming together, right? This is a community of love and abundance. And I think that we need to manifest that in our daily lives, in our private lives, as well as our kind of public or online lives too, or, whatever you're up to. But that is also part of this world or universe card. Is the universe expanding? Are things getting farther apart, right? Or is it time now, and I don't know if you read Asimov or, whatever you believe about the actual universe, is it contracting now? Have we reached that kind of endpoint and now it's starting to come back together? Are things separating and getting further apart in your life? Or are you manifesting this love and abundance to get things coming back together? Yeah. Anyway, we're going to do an extended reading. If you want to stick around, you can click on the link in the corner. That'll give you access to every extended reading. I'm here every day from 6 to 8 a.m. Chicago time. I hope you'll come back tomorrow and hang out with me. But specifically, Scorpio, readings for you are on Wednesdays and Sundays. Okay, but you can come back here every day if you want. Yeah. I want you to know that you're the most important part of Dove and Serpent Tarot. I thank you and I love you. And we're all in this together.